Welcome to the Day One Summit. I am Tamika Chapman, and I'm excited to kick off the Day One Summit with some phenomenal ladies today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being here. As we get started, I want to ask you to do one thing for me, okay? Just one thing. If you don't mind, please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast with others that you know, like, love, and trust to help them get the message that the ladies will be sharing today during the Day One Summit. Today's summit is all about helping you to learn how to get started, how to have a new start, how to have a refresh to your start. And so, as we kick this thing off, I'm going to introduce our first lady, our first speaker, who is going to be sharing with us a good message on forgiveness, right? She has this forgiveness formula that she's going to help us learn how to forgive, all right? So if you already help me welcome Miss Rachel Garner. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to hear your message. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Go ahead on and share your screen.
Okay. Are you able to see?
No, it's not showing me that you're sharing right now.
Okay. Let me go back. All right. One more time. Are you able to see?
It's not showing me.
Okay. Let's try this one more time. I'm sharing screen. Okay. Are you able to see now?
Unfortunately, no, it is not coming up on my side. Now, oh, here, yep, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. We on and popping, y'all. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Good morning. Good everyone. As stated, my name is Coach Rachel Garner, and what I will be talking about is the forgiveness formula. Just a little bit about myself. I have a background in psychology. I have a master's in public health, specializing in health education and behavioral health. I have over 10 years of case management experience, 14 years of HIV/AIDS work. I'm an emotional wellness coach, a personal development advocate, and most of all, a mother and a grandma. Welcome to the forgiveness formula. Essentially, this program was designed to assist wild musicians and creatives to identify their emotional blind spots, unlock their heart, and choose growth and forgiveness. Just a bit about the course. If you work this course, it has to do with the first part is intro to forgiveness. So essentially that is going to be going what forgiveness is, what forgiveness is not, how to forgive, and then you'll move on to the what I like to call the ABR triad. Essentially, that is anger, bitterness, and resentment. A lot of times, if you have unforgiveness in your heart, you'll find that if you let go of the anger, it'll turn into bitterness and then eventually turn into resentment. So that module will just be about that is and how to overcome it. The next module will talk about empathy, understanding where the person is coming from in order to forgive. After that, we'll go over sympathy. That essentially is feeling sorry where the person is and why they did what they did. Next, I'll talk compassion. If you were to take this course, we'll talk compassion, how to connect towards someone that you need to forgive, someone that may have done you wrong. It's easy, but it's doable. And then the last stage is release. This has to do with releasing the person and finally forgiving them. This is a basic synopsis of my coaching program and what it entails. And then I'll go on next What would I do if I had to start over? I had to think about it. What to do if I had to start? And I came up with 3 things. The first one is forgive quickly. This has to do with self-reflection. Looking in, what did I do to cause myself to be in this position to have to start over? What can I do to move forward from this part? This requires critical analysis. It's not surface. It may take a bit. It may not be a truly quick process, but it's necessary. Filters. What have I done? Have I displayed that truly lets me know that I definitely do need to forgive quickly? This is what caused me to have to start over. If you don't forgive quickly, it could be a true hindrance to your relationships, to your purpose, to you growing in business, to you moving forward, period, every area of your life. The next thing that I do is write it out. Write the vision and make it. Where do I see myself? Where do I want to be? Who do I need to become in order to get to the next place? Where is my mind's address? Where am I? What thoughts, what beliefs, impressions are in my mind that cause me to have to start over? This is going to take some critical thinking. But if you write it down, make it plain, you go over it again and again, and eventually visualize where you see yourself, where you want to be. The last thing we do is wise counsel, whether that be through a coach, mentor, or a pastor, someone that can help me get to that next place. Preferably, it would be someone that is already doing where I see myself going, someone that can pour in me, hold me accountable, go over those things that I've missed. Maybe there are some blind spots that I just was not aware of that caused me to have to start over. Another piece of seeking wise counsel is being a part of a community, a growing, thriving, developing community. There's strength in numbers. Being around like-minded individuals that see themselves grow and that want to be better. So those are the 3 things that I would have to start over. If you would like to contact with me in the future, you can contact me on IG, Instagram, Coach Rachelle Garner, or you can email me at Gmail's RachelleGarner@gmail. Thank you for your time. Be blessed.
Thank you, Rochelle. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing on exactly what you would do on day one. Okay. As we speak about forgiveness and the forgiveness formula, I love that you shared that. So make sure you all go and connect with Miss Coach Rachelle Garner. All right. Thank you so much. Coming up next, listen, for all of you who have ever felt like, I don't know if I can do it. Is this for me? Can I really do it? Um, for all of those of you who are doubting everything, every move that you make, this next presenter, this next lady is going to help you overcome some of those issues around the imposter syndrome. Let's help me welcome Dr. Stella Hall. Hi, Dr. Stella. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. You want to go ahead on and share your screen?
Okay. Are you able to see it?
Not just yet. Hold on. Look like it's coming. It's just a little delay. There it is. It's coming. All right. All right. And Dr. Stella, it is all on you.
Thank you so much, Tamika, and thank you, Dr. Tavis, for having me on today. Listen, good morning to each and every one of you. I am Dr. Stella Hall, and we are talking about the imposter syndrome, imposter be gone. As stated, I am Dr. Stella Hall, mother of one son and two daughters, nanas to two beautiful baby girls, and I have a baby boy arriving any moment now, December or January. Business owner of Wise House Academy, Kingdom Living Publishing Company, and Stella R. Hall Coaching and Consultant, ordained minister and pastor. And if I was to pick a motto, it would be by this time next year. Genesis 18:10, or we can go to 2 Kings 4:16, stated in both of them. So what is the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is a statement that was developed by the American Psychological Association that states that people experience an ongoing fear that they're going to be found out or unmasked as being incompetent or unable to do something. And many of our people experience that. We have some famous people that many of us follow, Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, all of them stated that they experienced the imposter syndrome. It is high with numbers for women than it is with men. There are 5 stages of the imposter syndrome: the perfectionist, the expert, the national genius, the soloist, and the super person. And so we're going to start briefly explaining each of them. The superhero effect. What is it? It is that we feel like that we have to be superhero to everybody, that whoever calls, whatever they need, we have to be that one person that goes and do everything that they want us to do. That's the superhero. We don't even let God do what he needs to do because we're trying to jump in the place and do what we want to do to help that person. How does it makes us feel less than sometimes because we're tired, we're drained, we don't have enough time for us. We're not doing what we need to do for ourselves. The next one is the soloist effect. The soloist effect is the person that feel like I have to do everything by myself. You know, we're in a place and in a time of collaboration and community, but no, we can't collaborate. We can't be a part of a community because we want to do everything by ourselves. Oh, I'll do it. No, can I help you? No, I got it. I don't need this. And we lessen ourselves because we want to do everything by ourselves. The next one is the genius effect. What's the genius effect? Like Albert Einstein, that we know everything. Yes, we do. We do know everything, but in the field that we're in, however, we can get help from somebody else. When we have the genius effect, we like to compare ourselves to others. So if John Blow got a new car, I'm going to have to go and get that same thing because I feel like he's outdoing me. Or we could be sitting in a classroom and this person knows the answer. And because I'm smart, I should know the answer too. And that begins to wear and tear because we're always comparing ourselves to someone else. Next is the perfectionist effect. What is the perfectionist effect? That everything has to be perfect. I remember failing a class, and this was recently when I was working on my master's. I failed a class, and I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to do that. I can't fail. Who is that? And I remember a friend telling me, well, are you perfect? And I'm like, well, no, I'm not. However, that perfectionist will jump on the inside of you, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whatever it is that we feel like we can't write this book, we can't start this business, we can't do this until everything is perfect. And that begins to wear and tear on you as well. And the last one is the expert effect. What is the expert effect? I am good at teaching. I am good at tutoring. That's where I am. But I feel like I can't take that job because there's one thing on that resume that I haven't had, or I don't know. And so I will not apply. And I lessen myself because I'm not an expert in that particular area. We have to learn that all of these things begin to affect us. They begin to affect us mentally. They begin to affect us physically. They begin to affect us emotionally. And when all of those things begin to wear and tear on us, we are not at our best self. I know many of you may not have seen the screen, but I had a letter that represent each one of them, and it was FREEDOM. And the M is turn your inner critic into your greatest cheerleader. We have to learn how to take what's on the inside of us and begin to build ourselves up. Freedom looks good on you. Freedom smells good on you. Freedom tastes good on you. But most of all, when you have become free mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, freedom feels good on you. And I'm excited. You can reach me on any platform as the Resourceologist: Clubhouse, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And thank you. This has been an amazing time with you all on today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Stella. That was absolutely amazing. I was over here raising my hand to a couple of them, okay? Like, put your hand down, girl. You recovering, you're going to be better. So thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you breaking it down on the imposter syndrome. I know that is something that a lot of us have struggled with. And sometimes we still struggle with it until we actually get to the point of, you know what? I'm okay. I am great just as I am. Let me go ahead on and move forward because I'm a work in progress always. So thank you, Dr. Stella, for sharing a great message today. So make sure you all go and connect with Dr. Stella Hall. Connect with her, okay? She's a great woman, wise counsel. Thank you, Dr. Stella. Have a great one. And just like that, listen, we are on a roll, and these ladies are dropping gems, knowledge, expertise, and all the things. So I hope you're taking notes. Get your notepad. If you haven't, get your notepad. Coming up next, listen, those of us, when we're going through things, I ain't gonna say those of us, all of us, we go through some things, right? And a lot of times we allow ourselves to just get down in it and stay in it. And we're not trying to come out because we want to feel it every moment of like every time I see you because you hurt me, it's gonna be a problem, right? Like that's the mindset a lot of times we go to and we want to allow ourselves to come out of. We want to allow ourselves to heal and be better. Well, right now we have Coach Charmin D coming to the stage who's going to help us learn how to go from bitter to beautiful. Let's welcome Coach Charmin D. Welcome,
Hello.
Coach Charmin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Tamika?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to hear your presentation today. I know the ladies and the audience members are as well. So please go ahead on and share your presentation so we can.
Let's see how this share is working today, because
I know, right? Too much goodness going on, you know?
Yes.
All right. And here we are. Here we are.
Okay.
All right. Coach Charmin D. Let's welcome her, you all.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Bitter to Beautiful. Starting over with Faith and Purpose, Day 1. If I had to start over again today with Day 1, I would do it the Bitter to Beautiful way, anchored in faith and driven by purpose. Hello, beautiful souls. I am Coach Charmin D, and I'm so thrilled to be here with you today. It's an honor to have the opportunity to guide, inspire, encourage you on this journey. A heartfelt thank you to Tamika for allowing me on her stage, and to my coach, my forever coach, Dr. Tavis Taylor. You always are pushing purpose in me. Thank you so much. Again, I am Coach Charmin D. I am God's girl, a loving wife, a proud mama of 2 daughters, a grandmother of 4, a certified life coach, a personnel director on my day job. I am a best-selling author, the CEO of Charmin D LLC coaching and consulting firm, and the host of the Bitter to Beautiful podcast. So, and I'm not just a podcaster. At Bitter to Beautiful, we support women in healing from pain, from past relationship wounds, fostering resilience, confidence, and purpose. Our team, which includes myself, Coach Charmin D, and Coach Lynette, aim to create a nurturing environment for women to rewrite their own narrative, transforming from bitterness into beautiful, empowering them to embrace their God-given purpose. Yes. So, on day one, okay, after experiencing betrayal, hurt, and pain, it's natural to feel the urge to isolate, to withdraw, and to even shut down emotionally. You may feel numb, unable, and unwilling to confront the depths of these feelings. But however, we cannot remain in that place, because that place will make you sit in bitterness. You deserve so much more. So, to begin to move forward, the first and the most important step is to fully acknowledge this pain. Listen, acknowledge the pain. Pain is real. We know it is. It's real. But that's going to be a way for you to embrace the process, to move forward and to heal. Recognize that the pain is real. Again, we got to recognize that it's real. It's real, but it's a healing journey. So you have to know that if you go through it, you're going to have to experience it, but know that it's a healing journey. Avoid trying to hold it in. Because if you hold it in, it's not going to let you get past it. So you got to avoid and let it go so that you can grow. Accept them again so you can move from bitter to beautiful. Listen, you can be still in the Lord, but you cannot be stuck in pain and your feelings. The word of God says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. This verse just tells us that God is always present. He always got us. He is a healer, so we have to trust in him. He's going to help you get through those pains, sis. He's going to help you. Listen, forgiveness releases us from the bond of bitterness and that poisons our soul. Cindy Trent. How do we get past this? The first thing we have to do, yes, is acknowledge the pain. But the next step is to forgive. We have to forgive. First, forgiving ourselves, and then forgiving the person who caused the pain. Remember, forgiveness is not about that person. It's about you, because it allows you to heal and regain the power and move forward in your purpose. Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind, compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ has forgiven us. We have to forgive. We have to let go. Listen, we actually have to forgive, but I'm not going to go into that because people will come for me if I say that. But forgiveness is what sets us free. Now, once we've acknowledged the pain, once we've prayed, once we've placed our trust in God and we've chosen to forgive and to release the burden on him, we can then begin to start setting small achievement goals. It's essential to remember that the aim is not to remain stuck in bitterness, but to take intentional steps towards healing and growing. Start simple. Choose one small action like journaling or taking a short walk to build momentum without feeling overwhelmed, because sometimes we can feel overwhelmed when we're bitter. Small goals create a sense of achievement and encouragement and help you to move forward. Remember, each small step is a reminder of the strength, even during the challenging times. Focus on consistency. Make each step a regular part of your routine and celebrate your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate each accomplishment, no matter how small. It helps to reinforce growth and resilience. Lord, we are resilient people. Come on now. While setting goals guides our paths, it provides us strength in each step to move forward. But remember, Proverbs 16:9 says, in your heart, human plan their course, but the Lord established our steps. Okay. Then you got to just get with God's plan for you to be beautiful. God doesn't want us to stay stuck in bitterness. He desires us to find beauty and purpose. Have faith that even in the pain, you're being prepared for a powerful transformation. Remember, God does all things well. So there's a reason why you're going through what you're going through. It is to help you to grow. Trust that God is turning your pain into purpose, guiding you into a better life. This may sound like a cliche because listen, it can sound like a cliche. Each of you are called for purpose greater than yourselves. This is why it's so important for you to embrace the journey from bitter to beautiful, day one. Now listen to us. If you're still struggling, and maybe you don't even know you're bitter, because I've had people tell me they're not bitter. Well, they don't know they're bitter. But listen, let me tell you how you can tell if you're bitter. If you're frustrated, overwhelmed, can't get past things, hold on to things, if that trigger makes you go back to being mad and angry, you could be bitter. Listen, totally understand. But let me just say this. We can help. There's a community of us that can help. Reach out to us or tune into the Bitter to Beautiful podcast, where we release an episode every Saturday, and it tells you when we focus on what bitterness looks like. But we also focus on the tools on how to move past it and to be beautiful. Or you can reach out to Coach Rochelle. She has the forgiveness formula. Or Dr. Stella Hall. She knows about the imposter syndrome. Listen, there's a community of us that can help. Remember, bitterness isn't better, and it certainly isn't beautiful. God desires your beauty, not your bitterness. Because Jeremiah 29 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Trust in God. He has you. If you need to get in touch with us, check us out. We're on across all websites, bittertobeautiful.com, or all social media platforms. And just remember and believe what God says about you. You are worthy, you are courageous, you are faithful, you are resilient, and you are more than a conqueror. Begin to walk forward and let your day one truly start the beginning of your life. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Coach Sharman. This was absolutely amazing. Hold on. Yeah, here. This is absolutely amazing. I thank you for sharing the journey on from bitter to beautiful, allowing us to understand that forgiveness is a big part of that thing, right? Forgiving, and not just forgiving others, but also forgiving ourselves.
Yes.
A lot of times we forget to forgive us. We forget to give ourselves grace. And I thank you for sharing such a great message today. This is amazing. Make sure you all go and connect with Coach Sharman D. And we are going to continue to move on because we have a lot more of good presentations coming up, and I can't wait. Listen, for all of you mamas, okay, this is specifically speaking to you mamas out here. You have your children. You want to pray for your children. You want them to be healthy, whole, and safe at all times. You know, the lady that's coming up next is going to be sharing a message on what it means to pray for your children and the power that you have to impact your children through prayer. So help me to welcome Miss Jackie Brown. How are you today, Miss Jackie? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well.
Awesome. All right. So please share your screen so that we can go ahead on and get your presentation going, because I am looking forward to this presentation too. And while she's pulling it up, make sure y'all get your notepads and pens if you don't have them. We got a lot more coming up, y'all.
Can you see my screen?
It's probably taking a minute, but not just yet. All right, can you try again?
Turn that down, kids.
Okay, it's coming through. All right, Jackie Brown, are you ready?
Ma'am, I am.
All right, here we go.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Today I am going to talk about praying for your children. And we are praying moms, period. Nothing is stopping us. We are igniting our comeback through prayer and persistence. And so today I want you to meet the Browns. I am Jackie Brown, your homegirl, your cousin, and your friend. I'm a woman of faith, a wife of 20 years to Gary Brown, and a mom of 3 boys, Gary Jr., Orlando, and Donovan. And we have 1 daughter, and her name is Gianna. Also, my sister passed away, and so I have a nephew, Donnie, a niece, Nigeria, and a great niece, Nayeli, and we call her Tootie. And me and Tootie are stuck to the hip. I am a full-time administrative assistant through the Erie Public Schools, a selling author of Granny's Recipes, Life Lessons That Feed Your Soul. Also a business owner of Premier Glorywear, which is an online Christian apparel and gift store, creating products to encourage your faith journey. And also passionate about empowering busy moms to balance life, family, faith through strategic prayer. And so that praying mom, period. Ignite your comeback through prayer and persistence. And so today we're going to embrace new beginnings and the power of prayer to fuel our comebacks. And so just let me tell you a little bit about my story on what fueled my comeback. And so I am the youngest of 3 to the late great Dwight and Glory Smith. In 2015, I lost my brother. He's 5 years older than me, so he wasn't very old. And so he died of a massive heart attack. And so 5 months later, I lost my mom, who was our warrior, and she had a long-term muscle disease. And then 2020, which was 4 years later, I lost my dad to lung cancer. And so that left me and my sister. And so 2 years after that, I lost my sister. And so I am the last living child of my mother. And so my grieving process was long, but I made a decision that I was not going to be stuck in grief. And so this is the first time that I didn't have to be anybody's caretaker. And so I choose me. I'm celebrating what remains. And so the power of that praying mom. And so for your comeback, the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. Prayer is your power tool for a fresh start in guiding your children's lives. And so starting over in prayer, it has ignited strength and peace in my own journey. And so with that, we have real life, real challenges. And so a busy mom's comeback, balancing it all during a comeback. And so starting over isn't easy. There's work, family, faith to balance. And so first acknowledge your feelings of being stretched thin. And so I'm encouraging you to start small, but prayer is the place to begin. And so what is strategic prayer? It's fueling intentional comebacks. Strategic prayer is intentional prayer that focus on key areas in our children's lives and ours. So I'm encouraging you to pray with purpose as you rebuild and reconnect. Pray for resilience, wisdom, and hope. And so an example is when you're grieving, focus on scripture that deal with grief. 1 Peter 5:7 says, give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you. And then Philippians 4:19 says, and my God will liberally supply, fill until full your every need according to his riches in Christ Jesus. And then the step strategic prayer, that comeback formula. And so we have 4 steps to a comeback with strategic prayer. And so first, you want to identify your key needs. Recognize those areas to focus on during this season. Next, you want to pray with scripture. Use verses that reinforce strength and renewal. Next, you want to set a time. Find a few consistent minutes each day. For me, I noticed that early in the morning is my best time. And so find that time that works for you. Next, you want to record the journey. Track your prayers and your reflections. You want to witness your growth. And then that bonus is community of believers. And so for me, I have my church. I have Dr. Tavis and the Millionaire Mompreneurs. I'm a part of a group in my city called Moms in Prayer, and also family and friends. And so you want to stay connected in those communities. And so those practical tips for the busy moms in a comeback season. And so those simple prayer moms on a new path. And so you want to start morning reflections. Start your day off with, God, guide my steps today, because the Lord is number one. Next, you want to pray on the go during drives or while you're doing chores. Offer simple prayers. Next, you want to set reminders, those small notes with prayer prompts around your house. Set your phone, set reminders. They have so many Bible apps now that you can use, and just get in existing routines, those reminders. And that sample prayer is Lord, help me rediscover strength in this season. And that's from Philippians 4:13. And so I just want to encourage you to persist. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. Starting over, it requires persistent. It requires prayer. Prayer is your anchor. And so overcoming through consistent prayer. And so I myself I chose the healing process. And so I know that I have to embrace those ups. I have to embrace the downs, but keep pushing forward. Don't stop. And then eventually I begin to notice that those moments, I've had moments of sadness, they'll decrease. And when it was periods of sadness, it went down to moments of sadness. And then, sorry. And so we identified those key needs, recognizing those areas of focus during the season, praying with the scripture, setting time, recording our journey. We have a community. And so empowering that call to action. We're built for this comeback. And so step your role as a praying mom, period. And I want you to say it with me. I am a praying mom, period. You're equipped, you're called, you're ready for this comeback. And so set a specific prayer goal for your children and yourself. And so last, I want to leave you with, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's from Philippians 4:13. And so there is no perfect process, but it's your process, and that's okay. I just want to let you know that those praying moms, period, I want to help moms feel empowered and equip them to balance life, family, and faith. And so for that praying period, we have praying mom period merch, tees, hoodies, sweatshirts, prayer notes, tote bags, and also cards. And so last, I want to introduce our Glory Prayer Box. And this is for that busy praying mom who's seeking to stay rooted in faith while managing daily life, designed to help you strategically and persistently pray for your faith, your children, and yourself. And this is a beautifully handcrafted box offering space to reflect, rejuvenate, and uplift your spirit. It includes a soft Christian tee, an accessory, a prayer or prayer journal or a book, and also many surprise items. And so now we are accepting pre-orders, and this will ship the second week of December, just in time for Christmas. And so for inquiries, you can email me at jabrown2022@premierglory.com. And so I just want to thank you for being here. And this is just the beginning of your comeback journey. And so let's stay connected, and you can connect with me for more prayer resources and support. I am on all media platforms at Premier Glorywear. Website will be premierglorywear.com. Again, I am Jackie Brown. Thank you.
talking away about being a praying mama, and nobody can hear me. Okay, listen. Thank you so much for sharing about being a praying mom. One of the things that I really took from that was your morning reflections. Lord, guide my steps today. I have two young kids, and I'm always needing His guidance on a daily basis with these two young ones that I am teaching and watching grow. So thank you so much for sharing.
You're
Make sure
welcome.
you all connect with Miss Jackie Brown, okay? Premier Glorywear, premierglorywear.com. Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. I appreciate you for sharing today.
Thank you, Tamika.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Listen, thank you all so much for being here with us today. We're not done. We are not done. We have some phenomenal ladies getting ready to take the stage, y'all. And I'm so honored that they are here. You're going to get some good knowledge. Let me just set it up this way. Do you work with your family? Let's just get that out the way. Do you work with your family? Could you work with your family? Well, the ladies who are gracing the stage right now, they do. They work together. They are a family, and they are helping other families learn how to work together to be better advocates for their loved ones. So help me welcome Just Kim Stringer. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Awesome, awesome. We have Miss Jennifer Hightower and Miss Cynthia Stringer. Yes, we do. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
And
Hello.
then we also have Miss Audrey Davis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all doing today?
Well,
Just great.
very well.
Good, good, good. All right, ladies. So who's sharing the screen?
I am.
Okay, awesome. So I'm giving it over to Miss Kim Stringer. You all, let's go.
Trying to figure out how to share this screen. Talk amongst yourself. Well, while I figure that out,
Sorry about that. Listen,
got it.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. So listen, go ahead on, and as soon as I see it pulled up, I'll make sure that it gets on the screen here. Let's see here. Look, they are ready for you all. They are ready. The chat is lighting up. They are ready to hear from you all this morning. Okay. All right. So let me add it to the screen here. Okay, and here.
All righty. Well, I will start by introducing myself. And I am Kim Stringer. I am the daughter of Cynthia Stringer here on stage, and these are her two sisters, my aunties. That my grandparents they blessed us with them, and that's who they are. So I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. I am an educator. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I'm a niece, a cousin. All of that good stuff, and aunt to my cousin's kids, all of that good stuff. And we are the Hopkins family out of Thomasville, Georgia. And I will allow each of them to introduce themselves to you guys.
Well, I'll start. I'm the youngest of the six. No, I'm the youngest girl of the six. And I'm Jennifer Hopkins Hightower. Just so glad to be on this stage. I'm a mother of Christy and Michael, and a proud nana of Jemias and Chris and Jamichael. I love the Lord, love worship, love what I do as a physical therapist. But now as I transition, get ready to get out of there, then I enjoy being a caregiver and now moving on to help someone else navigate through that. So I pass it on. Good morning. I'm Cynthia Stringer. I am the oldest of the six siblings. Our parents, Deacon Ananias Hopkins Jr. and Sister Rosetta Hopkins. I'm the mother of Kim Stringer and the grandmother of Kaman Sigler. I love the Lord, and I am just so proud to be one of the Lord's daughters. And I am just so thankful that He has allowed me to be of service to anyone that I come in contact with. And I will pass it to Audrey.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Almost afternoon, but To God be the glory. We're so glad to be here with you today. I'm Audrey Hopkins Davis, the middle daughter and middle child of the six, and I'm just grateful to be here. I am the widow of Pastor James M. Davis of 40 years now, and I have been called as an occupational therapist for over 40 years. So yeah, got a lot behind my belt, but to God be the glory. Now, as my sisters have said, God has called us to this mantle to help caregivers. Thank you, and we're so glad to have you.
Now that they have introduced ourselves, we are here with you guys supporting the Sis Means Business Day One Summit. We are so grateful that Dr. Tavis started not Robert. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, that Dr. Tavis started not robbery to invite us to the stage because she saw the work that our family was putting in. For hope, what is Hope by the Bay? And I know that's something that everybody is asking. What is it? Or thinking to yourself, you just didn't want to be rude and say, what are they talking about? Well, so Hope by the Bay, we are talking about caregiving. And I know that this summit is about starting over, but to me, starting over has such a negative connotation. When you hear starting over, you think that somebody is starting from scratch, starting from nothing, but we're not. You have all of your experiences, all of the thoughts that you had previous to this point. So instead of when my daddy transitioned, I did not see my mama start over. I did not. I saw her pick up the pieces and remember who she was. And she did not start over. What she did was she pushed through. She kept living. And that's what we're doing. And as a caregiver, that's what you're going to have to do. Yes, you're starting a new journey, but you're not starting over. And when the person transitions, you're not starting over. You're pushing through. You're getting through. And you're going to continue to live. And that's what we want you guys to get to when you start your caregiving journey. And it may come sooner than you think. A lot of people think, well, I'll just wait until I'm older and all of it, and then I can focus on that. No, you better start preparing yourself now. And now I'm going to pass the mic to my auntie.
Okay. As the screen comes up, just a little bit about what our vision is. And it is that we are dedicated to helping others and enhancing their lives as caregivers, as partners, to help take care of their recipients and take care of themselves. Our mission is just to educate and empower whatever group, whoever you are, but give you some encouragement. We are faith-based. We believe strongly in God. Our 4 pillars are prayer, faith, love, and hope. And by this, we hope that we can help someone else to navigate through this journey as, yes, you may feel like you're starting over when something different happens. And I'll pass this baton on to my sister to talk about the planning part.
Yes. Anytime that there's a major change in life, sometimes we feel as if we have to start over. And sometimes we might. There may be portions or sections of our life that we do have to may have to start over. But the best thing that we have learned is that if we as caregivers, as caretakers, if the more prepared that we are for the journey, the better, because anything new can bring on a certain level of stress and burnout, or you can kind of feel like you're being so stressful that you feel as if you're going to burn out. So what we're here for, what Hope by the Bay does, is to try to help you, as my sister said, navigate through this part of life so that you are still taking care of yourself and that you are the best you that you can be. Now, on day one, what would I suggest someone do? Number 1, breathe. Take a deep breath. Go to God in prayer. The sister before us, Sis Jackie, talked a lot about praying. The next thing that we would maybe suggest that you do, get wise counsel. I heard one of the other sisters from the other presentation talk about the importance of looking into your resources, going to educators or a therapist, someone that can give you wise counsel as you prepare to be a caregiver for someone else. The third thing that we would say to do is to reach out Don't stay and sit and hover in a situation as if you are all alone, but be willing to reach out, have a balance in your life, because that is going to be very critical as you proceed through this journey. Why does this matter? Because we want you to take care of you while you're taking care of someone else.
After we've done that, let's accept and understand the diagnosis. This is one of the first steps. We don't know everything. You don't know everything. But don't be afraid to ask the questions. If you don't know how to clean something, the correct way to assist a person, ask. Don't be afraid. The same way, we go to Google and find out information. Take the time to go to Google and research. Research is so important because we need to understand the diagnosis and also talk to the healthcare profession. Always make sure and ask them if they're talking to you and explaining something, ask them to put it in layman's terms, everyday terms, so that you can understand. We want to even think about short-term and long-term goals. And always include your family as well as the person that you're caring for. And I pass the mic back to Jennifer. Okay, once again, after you've found out the diagnosis, whatever it is, and continue to educate yourself on that so that you can have updated information and have a better understanding about what is actually going on. You want to assess your loved one's needs, but you also have to assess your needs as well. Yes. So it's a two-way thing. So don't forget about yourself. It is extremely important. You create a plan, come up with some way, notes, documents, whatever it takes. And one key word in this whole caregiving experience is flexibility. Yes. You must remain flexible because, as I often think, expect the unexpected, because anything can change. It can change quickly. And at every level of change, then you may feel like, oh, I'm having to start all over again. I don't know what to do. So that's why it's important to stay updated to what is going on. Our brothers made sure that we look at one thing, pre-planning, before you get to that point of having to be a caregiver. If you know that it's about to happen, just start pre-planning some things. Look at insurances. Look at what your care recipient would want to do. Go ahead, look at the house, see what you may have to make changes in. And if it will not be at a house, then just know that, okay, I'm going to have to go somewhere else, or my recipient may have to live somewhere else. So you want to think those things through, look at it ahead of time so that you won't feel so overwhelmed once you get in that predicament or that at that point. So flexibility, pre-planning is so important. It will keep down the stress on you. You can be a better caregiver to the one that you love. And I pass it on.
Okay, Jennifer has given us some very, very important critical tools to use as we assess our care recipient. Now that we've done that, what type of support might we need? And this is one area that, first of all, we want you to make sure that you understand that you are not alone. Many times the caregiver feels as if, oh, I'm in this all by myself. I have to do it all this way. Is there anyone to help me? Yes, there are sources and resources out there to help us. So I want all the caregivers this morning to say with me, I am not alone. Can I hear you? Yes, I am not alone. Emmanuel, God is with me. So once we get that inside of us, and if we strongly believe that, we can always come back to that. Because, sometimes when the road gets rough, we need to know and understand that we can go back to the fact that, okay, God, you're with me. I'm not doing this by myself. I'm in your will, and I can depend on you to help me. Then another thing we want to do is be sure that we welcome and accept whatever role others may be able to give us. Not everyone is called to be a caregiver. Not everyone can do every piece, but maybe most people that you come in contact with, or someone, if you reach out, can help do something. Yeah. So be sure that you're connecting. Be sure that you are reaching out for resources to help you solve problems so that you can build and develop a caregiving team, whether it's family, friends, relatives, or resources in the community. And I pass it on.
Building that team, we can create a plan. This will serve as a roadmap for caregiving, outlining just the daily things, the weekly, the long term, such things as medication, using pill organizers to prepare for the week, putting out clothes, and making sure they have all their personal items. Each person is different. There are things that they're going to want to hold on to, and we want them to be as independent as possible as long as they can. Yes. Putting out their clothes. These are simple things. Doctor's appointments, schedules, who's going to do what. And if we do that as a team, things will go so smooth. Yes. So smooth. And I pass the mic back to Jennifer. Okay, this is a really big part of being a caregiver, that self-care piece. If I don't take care of myself, I cannot be there where I need to be for my care recipient. So I must consider that. I must take time for yourself, get help, as everyone has said, do something, whatever you know that is healthy as a stress reliever for you. As Cynthia said, everybody is different. Even the care recipient, we're all different as caregivers. So what you may need to do to relax, maybe something different that I need to relax. Sometimes it takes getting out of the environment itself so that you can do, as Audrey said from the beginning, just breathe. Just breathe and really reflect on, days when you didn't have to do this, but then being grateful that you are still here to be able to take over for your loved one. Ask yourself, what is it that I enjoy doing? And take a break, take a dinner break by yourself, take some time to just pray and meditate to God, read a good book, go to a movie, or just sit back or just get away for just a moment, even if it's just in another room. Take your long shower, whatever it is, swimming, whatever you need to do. And then most important, when you are taking care of yourself, yes, you have to set up a pace, but do not feel guilty about doing something for yourself. Do not let the enemy tell you that, oh, you should be there, or oh, you're taking off too much time. No, you've got to rebuild, rejuvenate, and reset. That self-care is so important. And I pass the mic on again.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer, that was so good and so rich. Cent came in, first of all, to tell us how to get it all planned. Now you've told us how to actually put that plan into action and not to forget ourselves. And you even touched on and reinforced the importance of our faith. And this is where Hope by the Bay started. We started, as Kim described from the very beginning, that we are faith-based, not saying that we only serve those who are believers. We serve all of those who are believers, those who may want to be a believer, those who may not want to be a believer, whatever, whomever. We are here for the upbuilding of the kingdom. So with that being said, we understand very clear that the position of a caregiver, as I said before, it is a calling. It's not just something that you just automatically start to do. It's not a job, really. It is a work for the upbuilding of the kingdom of God, and not everyone can do it. It is something that requires a great deal of responsibility. Now, for an even greater accountability of your future and the future of your care recipient. Did you understand what I said? I better repeat that. Caregiving, as a caregiver, it requires great responsibility now, and even greater accountability, because you know what? We're all going to have to give an account to the Lord one day, and he's going to be asking, and he's going to have the record of how well we did as caregivers. So this responsibility is very, very serious, to be not taken lightly, not to be done for financial gain or any other gain except to please the Lord. So we encourage you to connect. Make sure that you have the right resources. Make sure that you are always praying and praising, looking unto the Lord from which cometh your help, leaning, depending on him. And then here we are as Hope by the Bay. We are here at your service to do and to help you as you navigate through this journey of caregiving. Thank you. Kim? No, I turn it now over to Cynthia.
You don't have to start alone. Starting fresh and embarking on the caregiving journey, it can be overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Hope by the Bay is here to support you with compassion, faith, and practical guidance. Together, we can ensure that both you and your loved ones thrive through this journey. Don't forget to take the small steps. Connect with others and call to action. Hope by the Bay will guide you. And we're just here for support. And thank you. And have a blessed day. And always remember to treat your loved one with dignity and respect.
Yes.
Kim?
So, Hope by the Bay is a family affair. You see my grandparents up there with their 6 children, and we as grandchildren and our children as the great-grandchildren, they see the importance of family and the way that they all take a different role. They're doing different things. And like they said, nobody feels bad if they're not able to do this or that. The Lord knows me. He knows there are some things that they are able to do. See, all of them, we had a physical therapist, the occupational therapist. My mom works with the developmentally disabled. Some people work in the funeral homes. They do all of these different things. I was not blessed with that. I do not feel bad about not being able to help in certain capacity, but I do what I can. And that's what it's all about. As a family, we come together and we know that this is a family affair. That's them at our my grandparents' dinner table where we were enjoying some peanuts and stuff. So yes. I love this picture because it shows the essence of who we are, and it shows exactly what we love. And if you would like to connect with us, you can go email us about caregiving at Hope by the Bay 209@gmail.com, or you can visit our website to book our consultation services, and we can share even more with you. And these ladies, they will lend a listening ear, and they will help and support you through whatever it is that you're going through when you are on your journey to being a caregiver and not starting over, but pushing through and to keep going. We're on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Hope by the Bay. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you guys. And I do want to announce that our book is coming out. And if you, that's the cover of the book on the screen. That's my grandmother and my grandfather's hand as she was in her final stages. And we wanted to share that moment with you guys so that you guys can understand the importance of family, the importance of leading with love. And as I stated before, it's been an absolute pleasure sharing with each and every one of you. We thank God for this opportunity. Again, I want to thank Dr. Tavis. I want to thank Ms. Tamika for allowing us to share our business, Hope by the Bay, with you guys, so that whenever you do have that particular part of your journey start, that you know where you can find some assistance. We are here to support you. And Ms. Tamika, we're passing it over to you.
Yes.
Is she talking?
Yeah, I was talking with the mute on because listen, I have right into it. I heard that. Listen, thank you all for sharing on how to work with family, right? As you said, you all have different roles. And as if you all tuned in last week when we spoke to these ladies, Miss Audrey, Miss Jennifer, Miss Cynthia, they told us how everybody knows their role, they stay in their role, okay? They respect each other's roles. And I love how Kim just said, listen, there's some things that some of us just can't do, right? And I think that's the beauty of working with family, because not only can you stay in a role, but you can support each other as well. And the big part of that, another thing that you shared was take care of you. Take care of you, because you can help your loved ones if you are not well. That is a big piece of caring for your loved ones. So again, thank you all for sharing, and make sure you all connect with Just Kim Stringer, Miss Jennifer Hightower, Miss Cynthia Stringer, and Miss Audrey Davis at Hope by the Bay on all social platforms. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your time and your knowledge and expertise this morning. Have an amazing day, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So listen, coming up, before we move any further, I have a special treat, a special message coming through. Dr. Tavis Taylor. Where'd she go? Hold on. Let me make sure I got her. Let me show. Oh, here. Dr. Tavis. Welcome. How are you?
Oh my God. Tamika, and thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. And I'm trying not to cry because, I just want to remain poised. But as I was listening to the women as they were speaking and listening to, I want people to really grab a hold, Tamika, to what is happening on today. You and I are friends. We're business colleagues. We bounce stuff. We're literally iron sharpens iron for years, like before Clubhouse, before all of that. And we understand the power of collaboration and the importance of it. But we also understand the importance of when we pour, we overpour and we overgive. And so when you and I were talking and you said, hey, Dr. Tavis, I think I have something for your tribe, your community. No, you said community. You don't say tribe, for your community. And when you offered us this opportunity to be on television, right, on so many different stations, I automatically said yes. But it was easy to say yes because my community, we are us. We are a team. We are a community. We are family. Hashtag Sis Means Business. And you will see that. But what's super powerful, and I was over here trying to maintain my composure, is to watch everyone present today. And I want somebody, Tamika, I want them to get it because I know you're launching something amazing. I'm launching something. We both have amazing works that we're doing. Is this? These women took a chance to bet on themselves. They're very educated. They got outside of their comfort zone. And that thing, and I'm not going to preach, maybe not, that thing that the enemy tried to torment them on, they were able to come. And they were able to take them lemons that he threw. Rachel doing the forgiveness formula. Understand me? She took my, she takes everything, right? And one of the conferences we were at, Rachel's husband and her children came and gave her flowers and said to me, Dr. Tavis, thank you. Now, when somebody said, I've had several husbands to say, hey, my wife is not the same. But it's not because of me, Tamika. It's because I believe in God and I believe in the power of agreement. So that's for Rachel. And to see her come out of her shell and to present with all of her ABCs and 1, 2, 3s behind her name made me so proud. And then you had Dr. Stella to come and just kick the imposter syndrome dead on his head. Super educated, has her own school. She's a friend of mine as well. So I get to like talk to her like, aren't you going to do this? But to watch God move in her personal life so that as she's presenting, you know, on the imposter, knowing that I've watched her overcome it. So I'm looking from a different set of lenses. When I watch Charmin talk about Bitter to Beautiful, and I know her story and her and Lynette working closely together, and they're coming and presenting, I'm going somewhere here. To know the story and to know the growth and to know the prayer and supplication was powerful. Miss Jackie Brown to be a part of the, and Charmin is one of those. She's taken a lot. She's traveled to a lot of our events. She understands the power of community. Actually, Charmin is the reason why I'm even offering Be Your Future Self Now, go get a mentorship, because she said, Dr. Tavis, you can't quit community. So, I want to put everything on autopilot, but I sent her to work with another coach, and she said, he's great, but there's no community. Please don't stop it. So y'all can, attribute Charmin to that. And then to watch the Hopkins family, who all have individual gifts, come together, and I literally coached them from start to finish. They already had the idea. They were already doing it. And to get on a Zoom with the daughters and the sons and even granddaddy. And I think for me, because I'm so sentimental, Tamika, what I want people to understand is the power of collaboration.
Yes.
The power of connection. Yes, this is your channel, but you gave us the opportunity at a very great price to come and showcase what we have done. And baby, they did a good job at it. Absolutely. That's what God is doing, Tamika, in this time and in this space. This is not just connecting with people because it's the place to hang out. Right. This is a season to connect with people because of divine connection and what God is doing. And I know you have something great that you're offering. I'm always offering something. What I would tell the people is this, and I want you to piggyback if we have to go back and forth, is this: no man is an island within itself.
Come on.
That's number one. Number two, Tamika got the patience of Job, because y'all don't understand. My first resilience conference years back, Dr. Tavis, you got to give me the information. So Veronica, I've been doing this, right? You get the better part of Tavis. Mothers of Brown Boys, all of that. Tamika has an eye for that. Another thing I love about what you do, Tamika, is you don't try to, you're wealthy, so you don't try to break the bank. You afford us opportunities to be able to bring our information to the table. Now, watching the ladies today, and I knew from whence they came, Tamika, we had to do inner healing. We had to do deliverance. See, people think this is they just showed up. A lot of these ladies have been working with me for years.
Right.
They've had to get over the imposter. They've had to deal with forgiveness. They've had to deal with me saying, that's the imposter showing up. No, that's not that. All of those pieces. If we're going to be transparent and we're going to be healers, Tamika, which we're called to do, if we're going to be set government in order for the kingdom, we can't lie to the people and say it's going to happen overnight.
Right.
We have to let the people know that inner healing is important, deliverance is important, divine connections is important, but anchoring yourself and your soul is so important if we're going to get to the next space. And I'm going to say this on television because I know this is the season of the Black woman. We've taken care of everybody else, Tamika. We breastfed your babies back in slavery days.
Come on.
This is my warning to the Black woman. If you want to win in this season, connect with other Black women who are winners, who have gotten their emotions in check. See, we ain't ready to march. We're ready to go to the bank. We're not ready to say, we need for you. No, we don't need for you to do anything for us, because we're creating, hence this Sis Means Business and the Mogul television station, Empower Her, coming together. We're creating avenues for our own people. What Tamika charged us for this, we could never get anywhere else. But because she understands collaboration, yes, and she understands what God is doing, and she's wealthy and has a great husband. She's wealthy because she understands that when you get with people that money ain't they driving force, because they gonna make money and they make it anyway, that's when you can grow. And it's going to be intimidating at first. Tamika, I remember when you first started your television station. I mean, I'm like, we friends like way back in the day, friends. We can't allow those things to stop us. And I just wanted to come on in between the segments. These ladies have killed. When I tell you, I'm so proud. I cannot wait. And in our conference in December and what God is doing, I'm so proud, Tamika. And I want to thank you for giving us this platform and offering us this. And there'll be more that we do together. And there'll be more people who wish they would have gotten on it this go around. I think we should probably do this quarterly. Already have it mapped out for 2025. If you missed the boat, you missed the boat. And allowing God to be God, because everything they spoke about today, Tamika, I don't know about you, girl, but I need it. I'm telling you.
Listen,
every
I was sitting over here.
What Michelle said, what Dr. Stella said, what Charmin said, what Jackie said, what the Hopkins sister said. I need a piece of all of that. And if we stay close-minded, we'll miss what God is doing.
Come on.
So this last 2 hours or however long it was, God has literally given us answers because you said yes, because I said yes. He's given us answers into different components of our life. And we're trying to strike a black balance, but we won't listen to what he's saying through the people he's saying it through. Let today be a changing of the guard, right? Like there's a lag. You got 1 foot in the future and 1 foot in the past. And I believe that my Sis Means Business members, who I think everybody on today is coming to the conference in December, everybody that's a part of this has taken something from me. And it's not about me because they form collaborations on the inside of what I do, right? I'm just a voice. So Tamika, thank you. I honor you. I thank you for having Empower Her. I thank you for calling me sometimes saying, Dr. Tavis, have you thought about this? God gave me a great idea. I thank you for that. I pray that we will continue to be iron sharpening iron. We come in the huddle. You go and feed your sheep. I go and feed mine. We come together. And the people on today have been blessed. And for many years to come, because this is on YouTube. I want to yield to you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Tavis. I appreciate you. And I'm so excited for all that you just said about all of the speakers that have come and spoken. They have fed my soul. I always get a little selfish when I do these, right? Because I know I'm about to get fed something. So I know the audience, they tuning in and y'all have your pens and your notepads. This is for me too, right? So thank you. And so what we're going to do right here, instead of taking this commercial break, we're going to hop back into more amazing conversation. I just want to hop back into it. Are you ready? All right. So let's see. Let me see who I got coming up. I have. Listen, y'all not going to believe this. Okay. Y'all not going to believe this because I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I didn't believe it when I first heard it. But this woman told me she was 70 years old. I said, you got to be kidding me. When I get older, okay, well, when I grow up, I want to look as good as you do at 70 years old, right? But today, Miss Maritza White is going to be talking to us about how our genetics load the gun and our lifestyle pulls the trigger, okay? She is the definition of that. So let's welcome Maritza White.
Great morning, great morning.
Good morning. Great morning, Miss Maritza. How are you?
Thank you so much for having us here. I am truly better than amazing this morning.
Absolutely. All right. Are you ready? Do you have your presentation?
I do.
Okay.
I just wanted to share that I'm connecting with you from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. I'm a former school administrator, former as of 5 months ago. I'm an educator, a Bible study facilitator, a mentor, a certified wellness coach ambassador. I'm a life coach, a financial freedom coach. My claim to fame is I'm the mother of 3 amazing adult children. And I am ever grateful for being part of the Sis Means Business partnership because it is truly a divine connection. And for this phase of my life, which I'm calling a radical reset, I could not have done it without a radical group and a radical mentor in Dr. Tavis. So I'm ever grateful today to be here and to be able to share. Now, in 2006, I joined a wellness club, if you will, out of necessity. You see, my mother had really bad menopausal symptoms. And so she had the night sweats, the mood swings. I mean, when I say mood swings, I mean like this, mood swings. And she had hot flashes. And I said, not me. And I had read that our friends in Asia, our female cohorts in Asia did not have them because they had two ingredients that they use, black cohosh, and there was another one. And so I was on my way to Chinatown to get these ingredients. And then I found an American company that actually have those ingredients. And there I started my quest for wellness. So it's out of something that was happening actually poorly with one of my family members that made me embark on the wellness journey. And I truly have not experienced those symptoms. Now, I continued with them for over 15 years, and then my husband passed in 2020 and the end of 2020, and I needed something else. And our finances were drastically reduced, and when he passed, his insurance had elapsed, unfortunately. So I knew that I needed another income, and through that, it taught me how to use this wonderful wellness that I had started learning about 15 years before in order to also have a business. And then God allowed me to connect this divine connection with Sis Means Business in order to move that forward. So I'd like to share with you, and I'd like to start with just sharing that there's several areas of wellness. And we won't go into all of them today, but there's intellectual, there's social, there's mental, there's inner, and most of all, there's the spiritual wellness that we want to make sure that we handle. And I want to know, how is your metabolism? Some of us don't know how well we're doing or how poorly we're doing unless someone brings it to the forefront for us. So let me ask you, I was only going to ask a couple of these questions, but just read over the questions on the right-hand side, the slowing metabolism, and see where you fit. So if you're cold all the time, especially your hands and feet, you have lower high pulse, 60, less than 60 or 90, less than one bowel movement per day. If you have to urinate all the time, if you've experienced bloating, gas, or heartburn after most of your meals, if you're finding that your hair is becoming thinning and brittle, if you have no libido, if you have painful periods and PMS, if you can't fall asleep or stay asleep at night or have energy dips throughout the day, or you find that you're sick often, then you have an unhealthy metabolism and need to look at other ways to improve your metabolism. Now, we have 7 healthy habits, and at the end, I will summarize it in a way that you'll be able to remember. But those include community, nutrition, and nutrition and supplements go together, water, exercise, silence, and sleep. So community is most important, and that's why Sis Means Business is so important in my life. I recognize that was one of the first things that I needed, and we'll end with the last thing that we need. But we absolutely need a community of others who believe the same things we believe, but they can call you up higher. That's what we want, people who are calling us higher, to whom we are accountable, and they also become accountable to us. And then there's nutrition. All of us know that the vegetables and the fruits and the seeds and the nuts that we're eating today are not have the same nutrition as they did many years ago. And therefore, we have to, number one, start with the proper nutrition, but we also then have to make sure that we're supplementing in order to make that nutrition that you are eating work as well as it should. And so we posture this in 3 sets. We want you to reset. We want you to do something that's really simple so that you could do it over a 6-week period and then start another 6 weeks and every 6 weeks. So you need to have a starting and ending point in order to feel that you have accomplished something, which is really important in our psyche. So we have a reset phase, and that's where you learn how to start balancing foods. And we have a yes and no list, and you do that for 2 weeks. And then you reintroduce some foods into your, we don't even call it a diet because, the first 3 letters of diet are DIE, but you into your nutrition plan. And then the real life is how you live day to day. So every 6 weeks, you can change that and you can reset at any time. So it makes it extremely easy to go through this process. And we have a yes and a no list. The yes list has quite a few items. The no list is probably 1/8 of the yes list. So really all you have to learn is what you're not supposed to eat during that period. And we don't ever feel that we cheat. So that we're saying that 80% of the time, if you're eating from the yes list, you will do extremely well. And the no list is very short. Remember back in Eden, they weren't told, they had all these trees that they could eat from. There was only one tree. So the no list is very short. So if you adhere to that, which is very, very simple, then you can have tremendous gains. And then want to make sure that I don't leave today without mentioning sugar and its effect on our bodies. So I would recommend that everybody go on a sugar fast, make it a week, make it 2 weeks. If you can, 30-day a sugar fast. If you go on a sugar fast for 30 days, you will never see sugar the same. And it's really interesting that they have pictures of sugar and cocaine and they look exactly alike when you take a picture of them. It really severely impacts your body. It impacts your brain, your heart, your joints. And there's symptoms that affect you, and you can see the metabolic effects of the use of sugar in your diet. So highly recommend that you change your sugar use in your body, because we know that, for example, 1 20-ounce bottle of soda contains 65 grams of sugar. That's equivalent to 16 sugar packets. Take that in. Okay, now that you've thought about it, now you recognize that we need to change in that area. It highly affects every single area of your life. And then part of the nutrition is we want to make sure that one of the things that you do is within the first 60 minutes of awakening that you do have, you put some protein into your body. When a fire is burning, you have to stoke it. And so you want to get your metabolism, that thing that we were talking about initially, you want to get it stoked and going. And so putting that protein in will start building your muscle and get that fire log of metabolism burning. So these are different kinds of proteins. There are many kinds of proteins you can use, but making you recognize how much protein you need for your body weight. And then there's supplementation that goes along with the nutrition, because the foods that we're eating today are not the same foods that they were eating years ago. The ground is not as stable as it was then. So you need supplementation in order to live the best life now. And so there's some signs of inflammation in your body. For example, body pain, fatigue, insomnia, weight gain or weight loss, frequent infections. And you can also see it in your body. And this is a picture of two of my, one of my wellness coaches. Coach Terry is on the left-hand side and her transformation. And you can see the inflammation in your body. When you can see it all in your face and your throat, Donna is at the right. Donna is one of my partners, and she's lost over 125 pounds. And you can see that even the color of your skin changes. It becomes darker when you are inflamed. And so there are things that you need to use. Collagen has long been sought after and seen as a way to remain young and vibrant, as well as fiber-wise. I do want to mention fiber. Eat the fiber, do whatever you do, but if you know you're not eating enough fiber, there's something called fiber-wise that you can take. You need to make sure that you're having at least one bowel movement a day. If you're not, you're being constipated, and anything that's constipated is backed up. And so you want to make sure that your body is flowing, and fiber will help you do that. And then there's water. So make sure that you're drinking enough water every day. It helps you to metabolize fat in your body. It gives you a healthier skin and complexion, and much, much more. So it's said that you should drink at least half your body weight in ounces. However, I would recommend that no matter how much you're drinking now, start drinking at least one more cup of glass or cup of water per day to start that healing and health process in your body. And then when you're working out, work out just a little bit more. I utilize something called Preactive, which helps me prior to a workout. I take it every day prior to my workout, because there's something in your body that when you start working out that makes you actually tired. So this helps you to go through a regular workout, and has allowed me to continue to walk at least 5 to 7 days a week. And that's part of the exercise routine. Now, the sixth is silence. And silence has to do not only with meditation, but it's that spending time away with God. Spending time away in silence restores you in ways that few other things can. When I talk about silence, it really is about hearing from God. We are talking so much all day long, but silence allows us to hear we get those downloads from God. And so it's not just a matter of talking to God, because prayer is talking to God as to a friend. So you'll be talking to God, but also make sure that you're silent, just silent, to be able to get those downloads from him. And lastly, I've mentioned sleep, because that's an integral part of our wellness plan. And many of us like to think that we are doing ourselves and the world a favor by sleeping less and having more hours a day to do things. But actually, sleep is God's plan for restoration of our bodies. And that's the time in which your body is restored and renewed and refreshed. Not only that, but that's a time when your mouth can totally be quiet and God can totally download to you all that he needs for you to know and do for that day. Yes, even to your future. And our particular group is, I have a couple groups, but one is a community of people who are trying to achieve wellness in their body. And it's wonderful when you can see, when you're talking to each other each day and say, hey, my measurements are down, the scale is down, but there are so many non-scale victories that we can share with our group that are even more precious than watching a scale. And here I have a finalizing picture of my friend Donna when she was 125 pounds heavier, and myself. So we have before and after pictures showing that we all, especially during the pandemic, we all got a little bit fluffier, if you will. And so we were able, through this R3 process, to reset, reintroduce, and have real life and really live life to its fullest. So let me give you an acronym that you can use. It's called New Start. It's the new, and it capsulizes what we I just discussed. It's new, N is for nutrition and supplementation. E is for exercise. W is for water. S is for sunshine. T is for temperance and teen. A is for air, breathing properly. R is for rest. We talked about that with our sleep and our sleep and our silence. And T is for trust in God. If you don't have a relationship with God, none of this is going to work to its fullest. I am excited that God is allowing me to live life at my peak at the age of 70, 35 pounds down from where I was a couple years ago, and even releasing more. And I am so excited to be part of Sis Means Business, because it's taking me to the next season of my life. And I don't know how many years that is, but I'm telling you, I'm going to let it be the best life. I'm living life at my peak. Again, my name is Maritza White, and thank you for allowing me to share. And again, nothing changes until something changes. Nothing changes. So thank God you have the ability to change this day and every day of the rest of your life. God bless you.
Wow. Listen, you got me. You got me when you hit me with we got a little fluffier, okay? Listen, this has been absolutely eye-opening, a lot of the information that you've shared today, and I appreciate you. And I love the last statement, nothing changes unless something changes, right? So you have to change if you want to see a change. You have to be a change if you want to see a change. You have to do something different to get a different result than what you currently have. So thank you so much, Ms. Maritza White. I appreciate you for sharing today. Listen, you all go. Did you tell them how to connect with you, Ms. Maritza?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you so very much. You can connect with me on Facebook at maritza.white.33. I love the numbers 33, or on Instagram at Radical Reset with Maritza, at Radical Reset with Maritza.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Maritza. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you sharing all of your knowledge and expertise with us today. Go and connect with her right now, okay? Thank you. All right. So as we continue to move on, we're almost to the end, y'all. But listen, if you haven't shared this broadcast, this live, this virtual summit, this day one summit, share it for me. Do me a favor, just share it with one person, share it to a community, share it with your groups. You're on Facebook, it's streaming live on Facebook. Yes, we're on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. We're on YouTube, and we're also on Facebook. So we are everywhere because we want everybody to receive all of the messages that's been shared today. So if you can just do one favor and just click that share button, share it to your page, a group, another page that you may have, all the 15 pages that you've created. I'm waving my hand. Just share it so somebody else can get a good message, because you never know who needs to hear the messages that are being shared today. So the lady that I'm getting ready to bring up, y'all, she's RN, but she's going to talk to us about creating our personalized, self-driven living environment. Okay, are y'all ready? Let me know if y'all ready. Let me know if you're ready. I'm ready. Put something in the comments, and thank y'all for sharing. I appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you. All right, so we're bringing up Miss Nadine Downer. Help me welcome Miss Nadine. Are you wet? Hey, Miss Nadine, how are you?
Hey, Miss Tamika, I am here, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for this opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. All right, so we're going to kick it into high gear. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm going to start to share my screen with you all.
Yes, ma'am. And the ladies, they're ready. They're letting us know in the comments here. They are ready. They say they're ready. They're waiting on you, Miss Nadine. They are ready. Okay.
All right. As long as you can see my screen, I'm ready to go. So, like you have just introduced me, I'm Nadine Downer. I have been a registered nurse for almost 30 years. Been in healthcare for 42 years plus. I am a daughter of Yahweh. I'm a daughter of Lynburn and Winston, many siblings, and I am a mom to 2 daughters. I have a grandson. I have 2 son-in-laws, and I am a registered nurse. And my passion in nursing is to help seniors 55 and older with their families to transition from their current, wherever they are currently. You do not have to be in the hospital. You do not have to be home. Wherever you are and where you are trying to go, it is my role to help you transition there. I seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulty. I want to make sure that I'm sharing properly. Okay, there we go. So I come from compassion, and care is my journey. My mom said at the age of 5, I told her that I wanted to become a registered nurse because I liked the nurses in the community that I was seeing. And because of that, I was able to become a nurse and to just be the nurse that I am today. And let me know if I am messing up my screen in here, because my sharing. Okay, there we are. I seem to lost my PowerPoint, Ms. Tamika. How do I read?
Go ahead on, and I'm getting time to pull up your PowerPoint, and then I'll put it back on screen for you. Just go ahead and open it up.
No, it's asking me to stop sharing, and I don't want to stop sharing. I want to share. So I am sorry about this technicality that I'm having right now.
Tech issues happen. We're not going to apologize about that. We're just going to keep on. We'll hit stop sharing and then share it again. It's okay. It's okay. The people love you. They are here. Okay. Right. They're still saying that they are ready and they are waiting for you. So they want to hear your message. Thank you all so much for being patient.
All righty then. Okay. I am not sure what is happening, but I am going to get back over here.
All right.
And Ms. Tamika, I have another computer screen that's up. So if I have to do it from there, I will do it. But unfortunately, I am not sure what's happening or
do you see the screen? Do you see your screen that's being shared right now? It shows your email. Okay.
Right. But it's not showing me my PowerPoint. And that's what the challenge is for me, how I can navigate it through.
Are you using a second screen, Ms. Nadine?
No, I have another computer open just in case I ran into some challenges. So, but this one is the one I wanted to share it on.
All right.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Do you have it saved to this computer?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it open?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, instead of sharing the email tab, can you share that tab? Or either just open it up and share your entire screen. Just open up your PowerPoint to be on your screen and then share your entire screen. That way we only see your presentation.
Okay, are you able to see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. That is a liar, so we're going to keep this moving. Okay. So because I am a senior living transitionist, my goal is to make sure that I balance career and family. Senior living options are usually independent living, nursing assistant staff, or home health aides, assisted living, or nursing home, or aging in place. There's a problem loading now. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Okay. Like I said, I'm not sure what's happening, but I lost my entire presentation there from page 5 on, from slide 5 on. But I'm going to make it do what it do, and I am going to continue speaking on what I have because the Lord has brought me here today through Sis Means Business and your connections for me to present this presentation. Right now is currently average monthly between $3,500 and $7,000 per month. You have additional expenses as specialized care for the care services. You also have an average yearly cost of $42,000 to $84,000 a year, which assisted living can be.
Okay, share your screen again. I'm going to tell you how to get it, okay?
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, Nadine. They have no idea how proud I am. And you maintain your composure. So share your screen again.
Yes, ma'am.
When it comes up, I'll let you know. This is so awesome. I'm so proud. Breathing.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I may have a delay. Just open your email. Go into the email. Do you see the email? Because I don't see it, so I'm going to tell you what I saw.
Okay.
The email from Dr. Stella. And look in your top, and maybe your top right corner, there's a down arrow. You see the arrow to download it? Top right corner.
I see. It says Chrome tab, Windows, and entire screen.
No. Do me a favor. Open up the email.
Okay.
Click on the presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we want Miss Nadine to give this good word, y'all, okay? So I want to make sure that she's able to give her presentation the way that she knows how to give her presentation. So while she is getting help with getting it loaded onto her computer and added on, we're going to take a quick minute. It's only about a minute. I think it's about a minute. And then once we're finished with this minute, she may be done. And if not, I'm going to come back on and talk to y'all for a moment, okay? Here we go. So listen, Mogul TV Global Network, it is a proud host of the Day One Summit. We are the #1 streaming TV network in the Mid-Atlantic. We are live on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and we are the home of some positive, phenomenal voices, all right? I am so excited to share the stage with phenomenal people, amazing men and women who have chosen to go and stay on the positive side, the positive ride. There's a lot of times that we could have, gone with the trend, gone for the clickbait, but that's not what we're about. We're all about offering positive content, positive women, positive men, and wanting to give a positive message. So we just want you all to tune in to Mogul TV Global Network, okay? We want you to download the Mogul TV Global app on Roku, on Amazon Fire TV. Follow us on social media at Mogul TV Global. This is what we do. We just have fun. We are having fun, y'all. And I'm always of the mindset of, if we can't have fun, we do not need to do it. Right? If we are not able to have fun and enjoy what it is that we're doing, we should not be doing it. I don't think we should be so upset. We should not be stressed out and frustrated to do a thing. And if you are frustrated, you need to find a different way to do a thing, right? So if you are interested in learning more on starting a podcast or a show, a talk show on Mogul TV Global Network, send me a message. You can send me a DM. I'm friendly, right? But we have some amazing channels that are on the network. We have the Infusion TV channel, hosted and led and founded by Damon Cunningham. We call him Mr. Dame for short. I call him Dr. Dame, all right? So he is the founder and CEO of Infusion TV channel, and he has some amazing shows on that channel, as you saw in the video here. And we also have the Floor is Yours podcast channel that is coming, and it's going to be filled with amazing shows on the network. And then we also have the Energize Her Wellness TV channel, and it is filled with women's empowerment, mental health, mental wellness, your soul for the Christian woman. Okay. So again, we have just amazing content. Positive content. You can leave your kids, as Mr. Dane said, you can leave your kids alone in a room and don't have to worry about it, because that's the kind of content that we set out to create. So again, we're just welcoming you all to follow us, to engage with us. You don't have to join if you don't want to join, but if you're interested in joining, we have an open door for you. As long as your content is positive and you're trying to motivate somebody, let's join forces. As Dr. Tavis and I spoke earlier, collaborations matter. I'm always about collaboration. I love collaboration. Hence the Day One Summit. I love to collaborate, bringing voices together, bringing faces together, bringing people together for a good common cause. And today that cause is answering the question of, if I had to start over, if I needed to start over, if I needed a refresh, if I needed to find a way on how do I move forward, because I have this obstacle, this big obstacle in my face right now, what should I do on day one? If you're going to help me move forward, then help me move forward, okay? Like, we don't even have time to play around anymore. Like, that's the season that I feel that we're in right now. We don't want to play around. We want to know, help me. We want you to help. Right? And so the ladies today, that's what they're doing. They're telling you exactly what you need to do on day one to start over in whatever area of your life that needs a refresh, that needs a restart. Right? So final things, I want you to connect with each of the ladies that have presented today. And that's with, am I frozen? I think I'm frozen, y'all. So listen, that started with Rachel Garner. That went to Dr. Stella Hall, Coach Sharman D, Jackie Brown, Just Kim Stringer, Cynthia Stringer, Audrey Davis, and Jennifer Hightower over Hope by the Bay. And Miss Maritza White, you just heard her speak. So I want you to go out and connect with each of these ladies. And then Miss Nadine Downer, she's going to be joining us here in a few as we get back strolling and going with this good thing. All right. So make sure y'all be global. Right. That's what I want to tell y'all. All right. So let's check on Miss, see if she's ready. Let's see. Miss Nadine, are you ready? Okay, she's still working it out. That's okay. But guess what I got? I got some more videos for y'all. Y'all like these beautiful. Look, somebody in the chat said, beautiful visuals. Isn't that what she said? She said beautiful visuals. She said great visuals. Listen, I love a great, it draws you in, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play another quick video.
She's breaking through, reaching for the sky, with fire in her heart, she'll never be denied. In the face of every challenge, she stands tall, with courage blazing bright, she conquers all. No obstacle can hold her back, no fear can change. She's rewriting the rules, forging her own domain. Through storms and shadows, she finds her light. Her spirit fierce, her dreams take.
That was the Rise and Energize Her morning show. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we pumping our positive content. We starting your day. We are energizing your day every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As a matter of fact, we energizing your day all week long, okay? Because the same information that we're sharing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday apply to your Tuesdays and your Thursdays, all right? Apply to your Saturdays and your Sundays as well. But make sure that you all are following at Mogul TV Global for updates on new shows that are coming, because we have some new shows, some new podcasts that are coming, on new episodes as we drop them, because they're dropping every single week. As I said, we have 4 channels on the network that are filled with good content. And I think, so make sure you follow at Mogul TV Global for all things media. Visuals crazy. Who is that? Joy Bryce? Who is that? Jay Bryce. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So y'all done heard me ramble on in my country tone for quite a bit. I'm going to bring Miss Nadine Downer back to the stage. Miss Nadine, how are you? Are you
ready? Come here. Yes, ma'am. I am here. I am here. I am ready. I am ready.
I just saw it. All right. So we're going to actually get started here to hear from Nadine in a few seconds. Let me pull it up. You ready for me to share it?
Yes, ma'am. You should have it.
Awesome. And just like that, we are good to go. All right, Miss Nadine.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, y'all. Give Miss Nadine a round of applause. We ready. We are ready.
I'm ready. Yes, I am. So I'm Nadine Downer. I'll reintroduce myself. Allow me to. I have been a registered nurse for almost 30 years now, a healthcare provider for over 42 years. I am a glam mom. I'm a daughter of Yahweh. I have 2 children and 2 son-in-law. I am the daughter of Winston and Lynburn, and I serve a living God. And I am so happy to be here because Sis Means Business with Dr. Tavis Taylor, my pastor, coach, and mentor, who just assisted me along with my daughter and son-in-law to get back on this presentation, because I have a message. I have a message that this world is waiting to hear. And for years, my mouth has been closed and I was not spreading the message to the fullest of my capacity. And so I will continue with this PowerPoint presentation to say that I'm a life coach as well. I'm a transformational life coach. I'm a health and wellness life coach. I went through Bloom University under the tutelage of Dr. Tavis Taylor. I have some amazing Village Kingdom queens. They are moms, their sisters, and my co-workers, my boss is even listening to this presentation today. So I'm just a blessed woman of God. So when you're in my role as your living transitionist, you have to balance. You have to meet that individual along with their family. And because right now I am catering to the 55 plus and older, so baby boomers and their family, sometimes I do get a younger crowd as well to assist in this transitional phase of life, whether it's for retirement or they've fallen and broke your hip. God forbid, you've had a heart attack, you've had other life in illnesses, or you just decide that you're an empty nester and you need to transition from your current area of living to a different area. So you have to balance life and family. Recently, I had to do that with my mom. My mom is now living under the same roof as me. We have a 4-generational living in my household right now. So there are senior living options, there are independent living, there are nursing assistant staff or home health aides, there are assisted living facilities, there's nursing home, and we are aging in place as I'm currently doing right now. That transition was not easy, but glory be to God, I got through that transition and I'm able to do it. And I'm not sure why this is happening again, but we're at the point where I am seeing one of the presentations and it's not the ones that I want to see. I'm seeing the one again where it's going blank. But like I said, because it's saying the file could not be downloaded. But I am going to continue because I might not be able to share it with the audience, but God has something for me to share. Nursing home cost right now is astronomical. The average monthly nursing home cost is $7,500 to $10,000 monthly. Services provided are comprehensive medical care, personal care for 24/7 nursing and CNAs. Additional expenses is where therapies and private rooms come in, along with other amenities that we need to provide to someone who's in a nursing home. Their annual expenses could range from up to $90,000 to $120,000. If you're aging in place, the cost of family care could range from $0 to $10,000 per month, depending on your loss of incomes or other modifications. Sometimes you have to modify a ramp to get into and out of the home. You have to modify the bathrooms. You have to put in special railings. You may have to lower your countertops and other additionals like that. Services are assistance from family members for daily living activities, companionship. Those costs could range from $0 to $25,000 a month. Family and friend support is of utmost importance, spiritual, and of course, the financial aspects. Aging in place also provides professional caregiving. The hourly rates could be from $15 to $30 per hour. Average monthly cost could be from $15,000 to $10,000, depending on the care needs that's needed in the home. And you also have to make sure that the services provided may be personal care, medication assistance, light housekeeping, companionship. And you also have to trust those who are taking care of you. In the midst of it, we cannot let that individual who is in the middle of being transitioned get lost or get frustrated. They may be, but you have to have a supporting system to help you with that and so forth. You have to make sure that you do not get isolated, you do not get lost in the process. And a lot of us hold on to our faith. If that person is a faith believer, you have to have like-minded individuals around who is also assisting them. Other factors to consider when you're in the transitional living spaces of senior living is such factors as the quality of life and social interaction. Make sure that that individual is not isolating themselves just because they had to move from their 4,000 square foot to 1,000 square foot living environment. They have to have family involvement, like I said before, and support. Health and care needs are progressive health conditions. If they have conditions which may limit their abilities and their disabilities, I will also make sure, if I am the one that's assisting that person, to seek out the resources that are available, because a lot of times people do not understand that there are so many available resources in your county, from the state, in addition to your private insurances. There's emotional toll can take on to the caregivers as well. And there's also a high level of caregiver burnout. Caregiver burnout, it is a phenomenon. It is real. It can lead to resentment and remorse. And one thing you do not want to happen when you're providing care to your loved ones is to have resentment and remorse. In conclusion, we must make sure that we're making the right choices for our family. The factors beyond physical, emotional well-being far exceed just wanting to help. Encouraging family by having discussion on your long-term care options. There's an importance of planning and flexibility as the needs of that individual may change. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I can be reached at IG You can find me at Nay_Downer. I'm also on Facebook at Nadine A. Downer. And I'm also, if I did not say that before, the proud owner of NCN Restored Soul LLC, but I'm not a limited liability congregation of millionaires. Once again, Tamika, thank you for this opportunity. Dr. Tavis and Sis Business, I am so honored to be here today. Thank you.
She say she in the house of millionaires. Is that what she said? Is that what she said?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I love it. You speak it. Okay. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring on Dr. Tavis Taylor. Okay. Hold on for a second. Dr. Tavis. Good job, Miss Nadine. I love you. Listen, tech issues happen. They're going to happen, and always.
No. I don't think you understand the fact. For those of you who are 60 and over, who are intimidated by social media and technology, we're on Clubhouse in the Mompreneur Hub. We are so proud of Nadine because she used to be so intimidated. But now, very smart, does amazing in her 9-to-5, baby. She's killing it. Most of my clients are well over into 6 figures. Let's be very clear. They're killing it. They're leaders. But between Joanne and Dr. Stella to walk her through, and for her, Tamika, not to have a meltdown and to continue to have a strong voice. You know, I'm a therapist, right? But to continue to have a strong voice and to just be patient with the process, you don't understand. That's deliverance. That's healing. That's forging forward. Everybody is so like this. I don't want to mess my makeup up, but this whole day to watch these women. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk, Tamika, and I'm gonna maintain. I'm gonna. I can't hear you.
That's because I put myself on mute all the time. I'm trying to be courteous, okay? Because I'll jump in. It's like, hold on, let me tell you something. But no, I appreciate you sharing, Ms. Nadine. You know, tech issues happen. It's going to happen, and it's okay. However, I'm excited for you to have kept going and shared your message because somebody somewhere needed to hear exactly what you said. You know, a lot of times we'll put the visuals on the screen and it's going to take away from the message as it comes from you. But today it just needed to come from you because somebody needed to hear it that way. They needed to experience it the way that you presented it today. So again, I appreciate you and I thank you for sharing today. I thank you for talking to us on, you know, caring for our aging parents and others that may need us to step in and help them. Right. I love that. I love that you shared it. So thank you.
So did you see how she came from a clinical perspective? Because this is what she does and get paid for it. And then the Hopkins sisters, even though they're super educated, because did you hear those ladies? Wait, can I just tell you, we got more degrees than a thermometer. Listen, did you hear the Ministry and Marketplace Mary? So the Hopkins sisters are super educated. They also came from but we took care of our mama.
Right.
And we take care of our daddy. And
right.
Nadine came from, yes, I do this every day, but I'm taking care of my mama. Do you see how God loves us so much that whatever scenario that we're in, it was presented today?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I still can't get over the fact that Nadine didn't have a meltdown and she didn't cry. Can I just tell you that much, Tamika? I just want anybody who understands, if you are out there and you're working with Tamika, you're working with me, you're working with us, know that what you watched today, and if you need me to tell you, I can do a documentary on where these women were versus where they are today, the mindset shifts that had to take place, and the frustrations. And you know they all quit me at some point, except the Hopkins sisters. They would never quit me. But everybody wanted to quit me at some point, Tamika, because I'm so hard. But I see what's on the inside of them. And Nadine radiating. The fact that Nadine didn't cry. See, you don't understand. When she first came, she came in tears. But they that sow in tears, my God, I ain't going to preach. Okay, Tamika. Listen. For her to be here today speaking so boldly, to hear Rachel speak. When I text Rachel's husband and said, your wife killed it today. To hear this is what's so important about community. But Tamika, you and I both know this because we're iron sharpening iron with each other. So you're prim and proper. So Dr. Tavis, I was thinking about doing this, and then we should do this. And I'd be like, girl, you know we need to do so-and-so, so-and-so. And then you got to text me. I'm just not going to deal with you. I'm going to deal with Veronica because I know your history. So let me just deal with Veronica. But we make it work. And that's what collaboration and understanding who's sitting at the table. Nadine, high five. You didn't melt. You got to go in the clubhouse and look at the chat because Joanne was like, whoa, wait a second. This is what God did in you and through you. And here is the thing. We're in school. Right? The school app, Sis Means Business, conferences. Listen, everybody getting ready to be in school. Everybody's getting ready to have like a app and a place where people can come and find them because as a good coach, that's what I do, Tamika. But that's what you do for me as well. So let's chat about that thing. Nadine, I'm so proud of you as your coach, your mentor, and your pastor. I couldn't be more proud. When I tell you, if my lashes wouldn't fall off because I was crying, I would be a weeping willow. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really
Thank you so much, Ms. Nadine. Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend.
You as well. Thanks, Tamika, for having me. Thanks, Dr. Tavis.
Dr. Tavis, listen, this has been amazing.
Tamika.
This has been amazing, okay?
Did you hear my But see, here is the thing, right? Can we get real girlfriend?
Come on, let's do it.
So what they don't understand is you and I talked about this years ago. Like this is not a new conversation. What happened today, you and I talked about even before you owned the television station. Remember when we did Mothers of Brown Boys and your sister was like doing the posting? We knew what God wanted to do. So this is not this just happened. We've been working at this for years, right? I want to let you talk some because I talk a lot and I love to talk because Tavis Taylor love to talk. But I really want you to talk about it because from the perspective of number one, a friend, number two, a business influencer, right? Number three, from a woman, right? Because everything everybody said was, okay, I need that for my mama. I need that for me. I want to hear what you have to say because guess what? Sis Means Business. And when are we gonna do the magazine? Are you gonna do? Wait, let me call you on the
phone. Do not get on here and do it. Listen, now y'all, she done brought out the countryside of Tamika. Now y'all, listen. Do not get on here trying to call me out, trying to put me in the
magazine.
Fire, okay?
You cares about invoice, magazine, and podcast. And all of that. So I figured you could do that part. We give it over to Favor. He do the SEO. And by the time the conference come, we can have our first issue out. But that's because I'm an overachiever. Hey, Tamika. Hey, girl.
Oh, my God. Listen, I'm going to just back up for a moment because she's trying to take me all the way forward, y'all, okay? But I would say that, again, today's summit, the day one summit, it was all about what did I do on day one? How do I get a restart? How do I have a beginning? And I'm going to mention the Sis Means Business community because over the past couple of weeks, I've interviewed most of the ladies that were a part of today's summit. And one of the questions that, yes, Jay, hot seat. But one of the questions I asked them was, what has been the greatest moment or the biggest takeaway from being a part of the Sis Means Business community? Again, I understand community. I understand collaboration. I understand that you cannot go alone fast by yourself. It's going to be really hard if you try to do it by yourself. Even though you can, it's going to be really hard. And so it's vital for you to have community, have people around you that will lift you up. I think it was on Friday when I said that, a pastor at church, she says that if your community is not lifting you, if they're not supporting you, if they're saying, hey, you got this, or what can I do to help you, then you're in the wrong community, right? And I hearing what each of the ladies, how highly they spoke of the Sis Means Business community, the millionaire mompreneur community, and it's another community that you have. They spoke very highly of all of the communities that they are in and where they come from through Dr. Tavis. And it lets me know that this is a great community because they're doing exactly what they need to do to help each other and they're welcoming. So I'm just going to put it out there. If you're looking for a community, y'all should connect with Dr. Tavis. And as she mentioned, we're going to talk about school. School is a great community because you get to be there, communicate with each other, text each other, go back and forth, but you get to learn, and it's all in one place. You don't have to go search for it here, search for it there. And you have the Sis Means Business community on school, Dr. Tavis. Am I right or am I right?
Uh-oh. Listen to me. It's on there. And guess what it is now? It's free, right? You get to come on. And I'll be honest with you. What God showed me was he said, don't put a price on the entire thing. If you add a module, charge $7, $3, $5, all of those things. So currently that part is free. I have different classes that you pay a little for. And by the end of next week, we'll have more because we just crossed over into another community as well. So we got so many things to offer. I just believe in the whole person. I've always been ministry and marketplace. So Sis Means Business. That's what we mean. We mean business. We stand on 7 pillars. We don't stand on one because we believe in your mindset, ministry, marketplace, managing life, multiple streams of income, and millions, and motherhood. That's what it was founded off. But remember, Moms, Mothers of Brown Boys that you helped me with, the Resilience Conference that you helped me with, these pillars. Now they may change names because I think, Tamika, like I got so sick of people taking the M's, I changed them to B's. Business, da da da. You get so frustrated with me. You be like, Dr. Tavis, look. But it still stays the heart of who we are as women, and we mean business. Play with our children if you want to. Play with our money if you want to. Play with our Jesus if you want to, right? And so to have a place where we can come and we can say, hey, this is what we just, and it's so serious now because we really mean business. These next 4 years, we should be multimillionaires, Tamika.
Right.
But we also believe in the healing of it. Every woman that was presented today, they went through inner healing. They went through deliverance. They had to get over the guilt, shame, blame, and condemnation of the past. Because listen, we got some secrets. Oh, we got some secrets that don't nobody know about. So we had to get to the root, the catacombs, the root cause of the matter. Why do you keep aborting before you launch something? Why do you keep aborting before you go to school? You apply for school, you get accepted, and you won't start because you had an abortion when you was 15 because you was pregnant by your uncle. Nobody told you that that causes abortions. So one of my specialties is dealing with guilt, shame, blame, and regret. You get rid of that stuff. Then Rachel comes in to scoop in and do the unforgiveness part. And then Dr. Stella comes in to scoop in and deals with the imposter that's going to show up on every level. And then you got Miss Jackie that's going to come in and be like, baby, you better pray for them children because as soon as you start going back to school, then you got Sharman that's going to be like, baby, you bitter because he left you for the next woman. Then you got the Hopkins family that's going to be like, listen, your daddy going to die. Your mama going to die. Let us deal with that. Then you got Marissa that's saying, okay, let me tell you something about your body. Get your body in check. Then you got Nadine that says, okay, you real educated and real, but let me tell you something. You better figure out what you're going to do with your mama, right? So then who did I miss? Then you got Miss Jackie Brown. Pray for your children. Pray for them children.
Right.
Them older children. I think I covered everybody just simply on today. But do you know we're a whole tribe? We have like Anisha Nelson that'll be doing one next, and we got Miss Carol, and we got London. We got so many people that can come in because the enemy, when he comes in, Tamika, he comes in for this. He's like, right. And I tell him, no, let's tell on him. We're gonna tell on him. We're gonna tell that he said I was an imposter. Because we got work to do. So every time Nadine would, Dr. Tavis, baby, we're not crying today. What we're gonna do, we're gonna fight. We're going to fight today and we're going to get on. Nadine went from crying every segment to me because you don't understand. As a matter of fact, you don't understand what her going last meant for us who know her.
Wow.
Nadine came crying and she left today with her dignity and her pride in check.
Yeah.
Reunited with family members. The enemy has snatched everything, even her identity as an RN. You're a registered nurse. You can always get a job. Nadine couldn't even find a job as a registered nurse because the enemy had tormented her. But baby, today you got the Nadine that said, what? Let me tell you this and then I'll leave. Nadine came. We prayed for Nadine a position. Let me tell you what she did to me because we friends. Oh, Dr. Tavis, I got the interview, but I got the job, but I told them that I'll have them an answer tomorrow about 12 o'clock. I said, you told them. We have been praying for months, Tamika. And I said, you told them what? You told them what? She said, yes, I told them, Dr. Tavis, Dr. Mark. But I'm glad she didn't take it, because she texted me the next day and said, she called me, Dr. Tavis, oh my gosh, I'm not just 6 figures, I'm into 6 figures. You understand me?
Come on.
When I tell you just to watch what God, and it's all God, Tamika, it's God breaking those soul ties and helping us get our soul in check, helping us to understand who we are. Right. Miss Jackie Brown. See, Jackie Brown came at the latter part. She's like, let me tell you something. I'm praying for my children. I'm going to show you how to pray for your children. When she came to me, guess what she said? Dr. Tavis, don't send me no invoice, honey. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to do what I need to get to the next level. And Tamika, in this season, and I prophesied this over your life and everything that you do, we got people that's so hungry for their next level that when we send the invoice, it's an invoice that they're ready to pay in full, because we know we got receipts, Tamika. You know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to stop preaching. I think I mentioned everybody. Did I miss anybody? Rachel, Stella, Charmin, Jackie Brown, Hopkins family, Maritza. Baby, is Maritza not cuter than a button, baby? She over 70 years old, looking good, baby. Maritza, get rid of this information. I saw her last weekend in DC.
She called us the fluffy. She called us fluffy, okay? She said, listen,
I say fluffy, but she don't know I say fluffy. She didn't know I say fluffy, so I was offended. I was like, God, why would you tell her I say fluffy? I'm getting ready to unfluff. Marissa, if you're listening, I have until December the 6th when I see you again. I need to unfluff. Help me. We light and fluffy, Tamika. Not no more. You're fluffy.
I love it. I mean, but the thing about it, they're talking in real terms. You know what I'm saying? They said real stuff, and that's what we needed to hear. We need to hear women and speak real. You know, speak authentically. Speak, you know, from their own experience. Speak from how they are helping others, and that's when others will be able to experience their own shift, experience their own transformation, experience their own desire to be a part of something that's greater than themselves, right? So I'm just going to say, y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen, school.com/sis-means-business. Y'all make sure that you go ahead on and hold on. What is that? I'm ready to get Miss Nadine. I mean, sorry, Jackie Brown, okay? Jackie Brown says,
right.
Get ready to unplug too, okay?
Hey, Tamika, do we have permission to take this off of YouTube? Because what I want to do is take this off of YouTube and get somebody to break it out into segments so that they can have these segments to post YouTube. You know, I'm ready to repurpose, girl. I'm ready to be like, okay, y'all need to put this on your social media. I'm ready to coach them all into the next step.
I got you.
You give us permission?
I got you covered.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies. So listen, not just ladies, but we have some gents tune in to us today as well. So I don't know who all is watching and who all is still tuning in, but I appreciate you all for being here, being a part of the Day One Summit, being a part of the launch of the Day One Summit. Because again, you know, a lot of people, they try to do these, what they call them. We just had resolutions. Listen, they try to do resolutions at the beginning of the new year and they don't stick with them. So we're not waiting until the new year to start something new. We're not waiting until the new year to kick you into gear, to move. We're telling you to start now. You don't need to wait another 2 months to say, okay, I'm going to start doing this. No, you're not. If you have to wait 2 months, 60 days to say you're going to start doing it, you're still not going to do it. I promise you that. Start today. Start now. Find people that can, you know, uplift you, connect with you, and hold you accountable to do the thing now, right? Don't wait. There's no reason to wait. We want you to have your fresh start. We want you to have your new beginning. We want you to feel, you know, that you're ready to ignite your comeback. Okay? Ignite your comeback. Listen, I see her over there shaking. She want to say something else. I promise y'all she do. I feel it. I see it on her.
Take me off camera, because you know I get crunk about the comeback because you know my story. So can we have Ignite Your Comeback? Can I have that? Can I borrow that and like let that be my signature program? I mean, I give you credit 3 times.
Listen, We'll have to talk about that off screen.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about it, baby, because baby, my mom. But you know what? Before Sophia Ruffin and all them people started, my mother called me the comeback kid years ago. Literally, my biological. Yes, she did. Yes, we were in gallon belts. That's how country you know I am. And this lady walked over to us who was looking for something, and she said, "Your setback is something for a comeback." And my mother looked at me and said, "You're the comeback." I've been the comeback kid probably for the last 15 years. My mother gave me that, and I dropped it because of Sophia Ruffin. I love Sophia. Hey, girl, hey. But my mother gave me that because I was an educated daughter that was a fool, acted a fool, and she still made me believe in her and Jesus. So, and my dad. And so, so I am rocking because, Tamika, do you realize the captives that we're setting free? See, everybody didn't have an auntie like Tamika. So, Tamika, you got like two sides of the coins, right? I acted a fool. My parents forgave me. I was born in conceived in a marriage. My mom and dad, my dad is deceased, and they loved me really, really hard, and I acted crazy. You had an auntie that poured into you and said, "Baby girl, you're rich, you're wealthy at a young age." I made mistakes because I was molested. You always knew you was great. I knew I was smart, but I didn't always know I was great. And my parents gave me permission to be. That's the arrogance that people see. That my dad, it was like, "Yeah, you stubborn, but you great. You interesting, but you have a brilliant brain." My mother endorsed that. But you, and I want you to tell people, because I really believe everything that we're doing, I really believe, Tamika, is going to bless somebody that comes on your YouTube. I'll put it on mine. But you have to tell the story about your auntie. I will never forget the story about your auntie, because that reminds me of Nadine, Lurleen, and a couple of women that I've been afforded the opportunity to be able to pour into. Your story is their story. So you can't leave us without that. So that's why I'm rocking. Like, okay, you got, why do good girl? Like, I'm not, like, you're the good girl. And I'm the good girl gone bad. Because my parents did not teach.
I'm so done.
Go ahead. But you have to share that, because we're about women's empowerment. Remember, you have empower her.
Absolutely. And, I will share that, I've shared it, a number of times, not too many, because I don't tell too many stories all the time. But I will say that, when I was 13, I went through what I consider to be a traumatic situation in my life, right? And it was my parents' divorce. So because all I knew were my parents being together. And a lot of times as kids, that is our life, that is our world, that's all we know, right? And so for me at that time, because I felt like my world was being ripped apart, I didn't know exactly who to love and how to love them or which way to go. It was a lot for a kid. And I remember my Aunt Elaine, rest in heaven, Aunt Elaine. Actually, she just visited me this morning. However, she actually sat and she prayed over me. She held me and she prayed for me. And every prayer, she would end it with, "May everything you touch turn to gold. Everything you touch will turn to gold. Everything that you touch will be success." And, as a 13-year-old, I was into Jesus, but I wasn't into Jesus at that moment. And so my thing was, okay, if I touch this, I'm going to win. I'm going to be successful. And so in my mind, I grew up that way of understanding and knowing whatever I touch is going to be successful. Whatever I do is going to turn to gold. Whatever I have in my hand will turn into gold. And to have that thought process, it was her pouring perseverance into me, pouring love, pouring support, pouring faith into me. And, it just has been my life in every aspect of my life, of understanding that I'm in God's hands. He is holding me. He is guiding me. And sometimes, we can go a little astray. And we have to come back and say, okay, God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you please lead me in the right path that I should go in? However, for me, I don't have an ego to come back and say, God, I went wrong. I went left when you told me to go right. Right. So it has been an amazing journey for me. Now, it has been trying at times because, we have our own mindset of how we should do things or how we think we should do things. However, that is not the case. God is always forgiving. He's always going to forgive us when we ask. We don't have to wait 60 days. We don't have to wait a year. We ain't got to pray for 15 days for God to forgive us. He forgives us when we ask. And for me, having that gene of perseverance within me, I'm going to keep going, right? So when he tells me to go somewhere, I'm doing it. I'm going for it, and I'm not going to give up until it's successful. And when it becomes successful, now he gets all the glory for everything that I've done to make it that way. So, I want to just give you the message of perseverance. A lot of times we are going through things and we're trying to understand things. We're trying to make our way through things. And it's not that you have to do a certain thing or go a certain way to make it happen, but it's all about having a mindset of perseverance. And for me, I define person. Now it's defined in what is Merriam-Webster's dictionary, but I had to add a little thing onto it. So for me, perseverance is defined as the will, the oomph, if you will, okay, that drive that keeps you going. And that's no matter if you will succeed, if you think you're going to succeed, no matter what obstacle or challenge comes your way, it doesn't matter if you have support or not. You're going to continue to go because you have it within you to see it through. And that's the gene that we all should have in life. We should have a gene of perseverance that's going to continue to carry us through. So when as you know, Dr. Tavis has mentioned several times, when I started the network, this is something new. Okay, God, it's something new. I don't know about this because I don't think too many people in the positive messages. You see all the ratchetness, all the stuff that's out here, all the trifling stuff that you see that gets you to click on it. Oh, look at that. Well, that's not me. That is not what I wanted to put out. I knew that whatever platform that I created, it had to be a platform that was positive and that was uplifting, and I could serve God at the same time. I could give him all the praise. And that's what Mogul TV Global has become. It has become a haven of positive content, a haven of positive people who want to continue to push out positive content, who want to continue to inspire others, such as the Infusion TV channel. That's brand new to the network. So I just want to share with you all to keep persevering. Whatever obstacle you're facing, whatever challenge, that's in your way, put on your Timberlands and knock that thing down and walk on over it. Right. So I thank you all. I thank you all for being here. I thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you, Dr. Tavis, for telling me, Tamika, gonna share your share your story. Thank you for even reminding me to share that, because a lot of times we don't share, but I do know that the quickest way to get people to reach their transformation and their shift and their pivot is for you to share how you have gone through and how you've overcome. And look at me now. Hey. So this has been amazing.
I got chair rhythm. I don't have stand-up rhythm, but I got chair rhythm. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Tamika, for today and all
Absolutely.
that has transpired on today. Super excited about, for those that come back to the replay who are looking for some authentic relationships and authentic community. So make sure you tell them what you have going on and all that good stuff. Hey, with Sis Means Business, we are free in the school app. We have a conference that's coming up in a few weeks. If you know anybody that wants to sponsor a great organization, we do have some sponsorship slides that you can definitely sponsor. But, we've been doing this a lot of years. I've been in ministry for over 20 plus years, licensed and ordained, nonprofit, doing the work of the kingdom of God, but also a full-time entrepreneur. Coaching is my baby. I can coach you into business strategies. You better tell them to make a baby in a conversation. It'll come out and you have a whole strategy for a whole new life in your own business. So that's one of my niches. Besides getting you healed and delivered. You need healing, deliverance, get to the root cause of the matter so that you won't abort or forfeit what God has for you. Thank you so much for having me, Tamika, and I'll let you close us out.
Thank you. So thank you all again for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of the Day One Summit. Thank you for staying with us the entire time. This has been amazing. I pray that you have gotten whatever it is that you needed from today, from any of the ladies who spoke today. I pray that you have received the message that you needed to receive today so that you can begin your day one today. You don't have to wait. You don't have to continue to hold on to the bitterness that you've been holding on to. It's time to let it go. It's time to forgive yourself for holding on to it for as long as you did. Ask God for forgiveness and ask him for the path to guide you on your way. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing more of you. Expect to see more of me because, listen, we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with Rise and Energize Her because we want to energize you every single day of the week, okay? So thank you all. Have an amazing day. I'll see you soon. Let's see here.